Hey guys, this is day 97 of 100 Days of Making Minis, and today was very busy. My wife was a little sick, and I wanted to give her kind of a nice pre-Mother's Day off. So I didn't have a lot of time to sit down, and I didn't have any time to sit down and work consistently on anything. So I didn't end up sculpting on the Outsword Master today. So I instead did a little painting, a little spraying, little miniature cleaning. So yeah, I'll show you that. But I also wanted to say, I realized I never said why I was gone and what kind of disrupted the schedule a little bit there for a minute. My grandfather actually passed away earlier this week, and I was at his funeral and as a pallbearer and paying my respects. So thanks to everybody for being patient while I on a little bit of the delay for the videos, and yeah, thanks. All right, so here's what I cleaned. It's been a little while since I cleaned any of my dwarf miniatures, but it turned out to be a good thing because letting them sit in the simple green for, I don't know if it's been a month, but it's been several weeks for sure. It's ended up stripping off a lot of the really tough to get off black primer. Some of them still have, a little more light, there we go. Some of them still have a little bit, if you can see where it's black dark, that's because there's a little bit of primer in some of those really deep recesses, but I think it'll be totally fine when I prime it up. This one's got a little more. I might try and scrape out a bit more, but I also picked up some acetone that I'm going to try to dip some of the miniatures that are seeming to be a little harder to get the paint off. So excited to get these things, continue to get them cleaned up, and hopefully paint them soon. All right, this is my checklist here. Let's see, and then next here, you saw this yesterday, I painted this guy up, and I ended up, on the advice of a bunch of people, you know, instead of doing 2 coats of sealing, like a gloss varnish and then a matte varnish, I just used what I believe is Tester's dull coat. But when I sprayed it with this, it was definitely more matte than glossy, but it seemed have a little bit of a shine still. Could just be that it's lacquer. But when I was looking around my storage for some other tidbits, I actually found an old thing of actual Tester's dull coat, and I have not seen this actual bottle in a long time. And I was kind of under the impression that this maybe is the substitute for it, but I don't know. Maybe somebody knows for sure. Yeah, post down in the comment if you know. And lastly, I started painting the Relic Blade Billman. I'm going to use the same color scheme, but I'm going to treat it differently. Showing this figure to my kids, and I like how it turned out a lot, but it is pretty dark, and that tends to be the way I paint. So historically, my stuff, I tend to just, I don't know, work in pretty dark tones. But I'm going to try and do it a little brighter. So as you can see, you've got the actual full red part of his coat here is fully red, whereas this one is actually based with a much darker red, and then this red is the highlight for that. So, but I'm excited. I like the idea of doing this as a 2-tone coat rather than like having a leather jacket on and then the sleeves poking out. So, and I'm going to do something fun with the pants, maybe put some pinstripe type things down it. But this figure, you know, they're both cool figures, but this one is obviously much more care and interest going on with the sculpt itself. So I'm going to give it that much more effort in the painting. So can't wait to get these to the table. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.